It's your girl Narisse back with another live stream. I know it's been a little minute since I've done a Watch Me Work. Um, I've still been working on things, mostly on social media. I've kind of gotten back into that, posting and all that, even though I haven't posted the last few days. But, I'm trying to be getting back onto the social media things, right? Um, so we're doing a Watch Me Work. Um, this might what was it like almost 4:30? It's not gonna be like too long. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to do this because it's the first time I've done this task. But I'm gonna work on a newsletter, which was a goal of mine to do like last week. But I was kindly reminded, um, maybe not directly. But speaking of, I gotta respond to some emails. Anyway, but yeah, so um, October is over and I wanted to do a newsletter. But the thing is, I'm kind of glad that I waited on it a little bit just because, like, how I was thinking about doing it, I was thinking I should, like, I was thinking, should the newsletter just be like all the events that happened the previous month? But then at the same time, I feel like it should also, or my glasses be reflecting. Um, but giving me purple eyes. But I was thinking like maybe it should, you know, highlight some of the events that I have coming up for the next month. Um, but I'm not like I'm still like, working on booking things out that far in advance. I'm still getting my footing on this whole thing. So I think for now it might just be like a recap type of situation, and then I might just be like, okay, look forward to, like, if I have like a performance or something like that coming up, then I'll just say, oh yeah, by the way, we have a performance coming up. Pop on through if you're in the area or if I'm in your area. So yeah, but yeah, quite a few things happened in October. I gotta like go through my calendar and just like remind myself of like what's noteworthy of even mentioning. Um, but yeah, um, okay, so we'll do that. And then also, I know I started posting about it today, but honestly, I'm not even 100% sure because I don't know how this thing works. But um, my performance at Cafe Improv, I believe, is going to be televised today. So, either today or Friday. But honestly, it might end up being both, depending on how much of the performance they put in today's broadcasting. Because I did do kind of like a group performance at the end of the show, which I kind of like forgot about. So yeah, that might be a thing. Um, but just because I know where they ended the performance on Friday should have been like right before the start of my performance. If they do it in order, I don't know. This is my first time dealing with this, but like it was an event that took place several hours and they broadcast twice a week. So, and mind you, they only have one performance a month. And the performance that was being showcased last week or last week's Monday was from another show. So I don't know. I'm not sure how this all works, but either way, it's possible that my performance is going to be broadcasted today, which is pretty exciting. My first televised performance as a solo artist. Um, and I manifested this. I don't know, or maybe people were pulling the strings behind the scenes and, made it happen. But I don't know because, for me, like I got the heads up about the place where it was, but because I did like research myself, I ended up finding the open mic. And mind you, I was looking specifically for like paid gigs because I'm like, look, if I'm doing this full time, like we need to get some type of income happening here for performances. Because I know even established artists, like a majority of their income comes from performing. Like I mean, like yeah, people get paid off streams and merch and stuff like that. But going on tour is usually how they pay the bills, right? And so, and we're still building an organic fan base. So until then, And so I was like, okay, well, it's an open mic, it's a free show, but like I still need to kind of get back out there and comfortable performing. So, before I demand for the coins of it all, we'll like ease back into like live performances. And then come to find out it was gonna be televised. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I'm like excited about it. There's certain moments that I'm just like, okay, a little like iffy on. Um, Mostly with just like some of the mistakes that I made in the middle of my performance, and then just like how certain things were edited. How like on the Wendy Williams show, shout out to Wendy Williams. I hope she's well. One of the highlights of the show, like if you're like a frequent watcher, was like the shady cameraman. And how like Wendy would reference something and then they'll show somebody in the audience and it'll be like low key shady a little bit. And that became like a thing. There might have been like some of those little moments, but I'm like, you know what, I'm not going be extra about it. I'm just going to be grateful for the opportunity and take the lesson as it is. And you know what I was thinking too, a moment that I was thinking back on when I was like looking back on some of the footage, because like I got a copy of the performance digitally, and I have like a DVD of it. So it's like my first televised moment, for the sake of memory, right? And future nostalgia. Um, but I was thinking back to that, like that clip of Beyonce when she was performing. What was it? It was the VMAs, and she did "Ring the Alarm." How ironic. But it was "Ringing the Alarm," right? And how she's backstage complaining about the lighting. She's like, "Why do they got these blue lights on me?" And I'm like, "Girl, I see why she filmed her shit." Okay, this is why when she did Coachella, like, okay, Coachella might got their cameras for their broadcast, but I'm making sure I got my film crew. So when Homecoming comes out, it's how I edited it. Okay. And I get it. I understand, especially when you're a visual artist and, there's certain things that you like, your angles and stuff like that. And even, who I reference all the time, Miss Carrie, how she is about her lighting. Some people may think it's like, she's being a diva or it's ridiculous, but it's like, no, like when those things, like your lighting and your look and your style and just how you like a thing to look, and then when you're going into spaces where you have to rely on other people to, film or, photograph and stuff like that. And, they don't know your angles, or they don't know, the things that you like about how you like to be videographed, if that makes any sense. I get that. And so it was one of those moments where I like the visual artist in me was like, I'd have filmed this a little different, or I'd have edited this just a little different, but not saying that without gratitude. It's just like, when you're an artist, you notice these things, right? But still grateful for the camera crew, and grateful that I was even had the opportunity. I just want to make that clear. I don't take it for granted. It's just I understand. I understand why, you know, people film their own thing, at the same time. And I get it, like, when it comes to like these televised shows, like even when, say, you're like performing at the Grammys, or performing at either the Grammys or like a award show, or even like a late night show, like Jimmy Fallon or something like that. You have to rely on the camera crew that works at that event. It's not like it's your camera crew people. It's not like a project that you're doing where you can have a little bit more say in terms of the creative direction. No, you're in these other spaces, and you have to trust that they're doing you right. And they're not only filming you in the performance well, but like there's different ways, like, I guess, movie magic, right? There's different ways that you can be, um things can be portrayed, or things could be done with intention based on the edit. um And, this is why I like to edit myself at this point, because too many times where I've relied on other people, it's just like, although you might be more skilled at this, I know the intention of how I edited this would have been better. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a part of the journey, right? So yeah, but it is what it is. Um, and that also brings me to another thing. It's a tangent, not nothing to do with the performance, but just like it was something I was thinking of the other day. And then we're 10 minutes, because I get into my talks before I actually start working, right? I was thinking about this the other day, and just how, like, you know wanting to shift how I learn. I feel like through the years, because of the experiences that I've had, which are outlandish to say the least, um, and just dealing with, constant, like, pushback and rejection, and just people like underestimating you and giving you a hard time as an artist, like, different experiences with that, specifically when looking to work with people or looking to collaborate, or when you need help with something. Because, advice that somebody gave me, in a creative space, a family member of mine, that stuck with me. It was like, you want to get to a point where you can delegate those tasks and have other people do the things that you don't want to do. And naturally, if you're building a business, that's just what you have to do anyway. Like, if you're starting out and you're the only person, you know, um, ideally, you want to build your business to a point where you can like, delegate other tasks so you can focus on the more important things, right? And so in that, this is so, in that, I like, eventually I do want to get to that point, but the way my trust is set up right now, in my PTSD and trauma, the way that's set up, you know, and just from experiences of, like, wanting to collaborate and having that in mind and being like, okay, I know I need help with this thing, or I might not be the best editor, or, my videography might not be exactly the way I want it to be. Let me try to bring in somebody to direct this project, or let me, try to bring in somebody to animate this thing. And, and then basically, like, those experiences have been, like, exhausting, to say the least. And it's forced me to be in a space where I'm like, well, all right, if you're not going to help me, I'm just going to do it myself. And although I might not be an expert at this thing or a master at this, um, I'm going to figure it out and do the best that I can with what I have and with the resources that I have available to me. And so that's why when I post my projects and it has, styled, directed, edited, filmed, creative directed, lighting, set design, music, you know, binaries, that's because I really do all of that. And and I often mention all the hats that I wear. And and some people, like, try to make fun of that and be like, oh, like, some people brag about all the hats that they wear, but really, and it's like, okay, well, how much time did you spend doing this thing where it could have, cost, you could have saved time just hiring somebody to do that. Well, like, yeah, that's easy to say when, you know referencing a particular episode of this podcast, where a manager was being interviewed. And I was like, okay, that's a point, but it's easy to say that when you have people that you can hire to do that. One, when you can afford that, and two, when you can work with somebody and trust that they're going to do the job with integrity. But unfortunately, in me trying to do that, and having the money, because it's never an issue of whether I would pay somebody or not. Like, there's times where people wouldn't charge me and I've paid them anyway, and whatever. And I've always been one to do that, where I'm like, I know this person didn't say a price, but I'm just gonna give them some money anyway, just because they helped me out and they didn't have to. Um, but affording to do that, and then also trusting that the person is gonna do a good job, and and work, and even if they do a good job, but sometimes the interaction, you want there to be like some type of a respectful work situation, and unfortunately, I've had challenges with that. And those experiences of rejection or just irritation really has forced me into a position where I've had to acquire these skills. And I mean, it's like a double-edged sword because again, you're spending so much time wearing so many hats, which I guess is bringing us to a full circle moment. But it's put me in a position where I've had to wear so many hats, and um, but also like the plus side to that is that I am gaining these skills, and even though I might not be the best at it, and I've mentioned this before in a previous live stream, you know, but when I do get to that point where I can, easily afford to hire the best people to do it, and they'll be grateful to, collaborate and do it with passion and drive and integrity and respect for the art as well as the respect for me, you know, when I get to that space, although they might be more skilled at that thing because they were able to focus specifically on that, or maybe they have like a bunch of other skills too, but they're just more skilled at that than me. I'll have a little bit of understanding of that world and of that space, so I can say, all right, look, I love how you edited this here, maybe do it like this, or maybe, okay, so specifically a specific example like with the Just Wanna video. um I really wanted to do this shot of like a zoom panning shot, which again, me giving credit where credit is due, which was completely inspired by Solange, and also that mostly that video was inspired by Dawn's Titans video, Titan slash James Dean. Right. To also give Dawn credit because y'all know I always will give her credit because y'all don't be hyping her up enough, so I will. Um, but that specific style of like how I wanted it visually, I wanted there to be like this panning zoom shot um, that I know Solange uses in a lot of her visuals. And, just from my lack of experience with filming and editing, I was like under the impression that I had to have like this lens, the perfect lens to do that, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this lens that can zoom and it be smooth and this and that. And then, just from the experience of having to edit myself, I learned, I was like, oh, I can just do this in post. Like, I don't have to sit up here. And after the experience of, specifically the experience of, filming and directing and editing the Divine video that will come out whenever I decide. Um, from that experience, I was able to execute that style of editing and that shot because I figured it out from trial and error in editing that project. I'm like, oh, I'm over here struggling with this Just Wanna video, trying to get this cameraman to like zoom in and out, and the zoom isn't always like as crispy, but now that I know from experience, like, okay, I can just edit this and it's way smoother, and you don't have to worry about like the focus of the shot, like if you're too close, or the logistics of the footage. So I'm like, okay. But, through that experience of the frustrations of filming Just Wanna, and then get all the way to a point where I was like, in doing the Divine video, I literally styled, filmed, directed, edited that style. Yeah, I said styled already. The visual myself. But because of the experiences that I had leading up to that, and I think it was really the Divine campaign video that I learned that editing technique. I think that's where I found it, figured it out. And so by the time I got to Divine, I was able to like already was comfortable with it. And it's such a simple editing feature, but like I was sitting up here like really trying to figure out how I can get the zoom. But yeah, so I figured it out. But also from that experience of just being like frustrated with my circumstances and just being like, look, I'm just gonna figure it out myself, you know. But I know going forward, when I get to a position where I can like hire somebody, I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I need you to do this zooming edit like this, and then having that in mind going into filming the next project. So it's like something that I know, like, okay, I don't have to worry about that while I'm filming and getting the footage in real time. I know that's something that I can do after we film, and so it's like learning those little things along the journey. It affects how you edit. I'm pretty sure like other filmmakers, can attest to that. Like just the little nuggets of like the nuanced things of developing your editing style and developing, the things like the type of angles that you like or the type of how you edit a movie, just based on the things that you didn't know in those first few projects completely shifts how you film going forward, because you're like, oh, okay, now I know, this is how I'm gonna do this edit, going forward, because back when I made this film, and plus with limited resources, you didn't have the tools to make the film probably how you really wanted to make it. But now with, more experience, more resources, um, okay, when we film, I want to do this scene like this because I know when I edit it, I'll make it look like this, but I won't have to really worry about it when we film. But when we do film, I'm gonna make sure I get the angles like this and that, and you know. So yeah, that reminded me of that moment, and just being in a situation again where I had to trust the environment that I was in, and I'm like, okay, I got to trust that this is a safe space. I have to trust that if they gonna film me, they're gonna film me well. And then again, I'm not at a Mariah Carey level where I can say, don't film me over here, get my good side. You just gotta have to like roll with the punches, right? Until you get to that position where you can request those things. Or like a Beyonce, have your own film crew that, you can train and direct and tell them, like, look, I need you to get this shot like this. When I do this move like this, I need you to get a faraway shot. I need an aerial angle up here. I need this over there. And then, and we'll edit it and make it look right. But yeah, until then, I will, you know, continue learning in this position where I wear many hats, which brings me to my point of, my performance at Cafe Improv, which should be broadcasting today, possibly, if not today, then Friday. We'll see. Where I wear multiple hats, even in that performance. So, yeah, we'll see if that's a fashion trend that'll take off. Um, well, actually, I kind of got that inspiration from the commercial. That might have gotten their inspiration from me. Who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to mention that brought me to a tangent. Not a tangent. It was something that I actually did want to film and talk about, but I wasn't expecting to do that on this live. But here we are. So yeah. So now what I want to do is work on the template for the newsletter. And first off, okay, so I think I may have to do this on Squarespace because that's where the website is. No, it's on site when I see you. I'm working the Squarespace. Word to J. Cole. Word to Jermaine. Okay, so we are on the website. And oh yeah, there's a few things that I got to work on here. So I've noticed that some people have been adding to my email list, which I am very grateful for. Which, okay, so that's the thing. I was trying to edit that before, but I was like, whatever, I'll come back to that. But now that I, some people have actually been like signing up for my email list. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get that together. But that's like how you figure these things out, right? There's like so many things to navigate. You got these platforms, you got social media, you got EPKs, emails, this person, that person, this performance, getting these songs, learning the songs, performing the songs, putting a look together, having an email list, having the products, keeping track of the inventory. It's just so many things. And then, some things are priority, and then, certain things pop up when you're figuring it out. Invoices, you know. All right, but all right. So I'm not sharing the screen right now. So let me do that so y'all can see the work that I'm doing. Um, okay, yeah, I did this. I guess I'm trying to think what's a better situation. I'm like me in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. But I mean, I could put myself in a corner for now. Okay, so all right. I guess what I have to do is storage. Yeah, this is the problem. This is the problem. Yeah, I'm glad they've been doing this. Okay. Profiles. Okay. I'm not going to share the screen just because it has people's emails on here. And, I just want to be, respect privacy of that. Right, right. Okay, I did notice this. Somebody did sign up for that. Okay, come on, contacts list. All right, so we have this on here. But the thing is, for whatever reason, it's not. I guess create campaign. So let's. Oh, that's right. Black Friday is a thing, right? Oh, I guess that's a sale I could keep in mind for some merch, right? And it's about to be holiday season. Um. Okay. Black Friday. Holiday. And then oh yeah, I have another idea. I'll mention it when I work on it later. But it's in regards to merch. Okay. I think there should be like a thanks for signing up type of thing on here. Oh yeah, and that's right. I wanted to. Okay, create email template. Oh yeah, y'all don't see what I'm working on. Y'all don't see me though. That's what the pastors be saying, but they don't say that. They mean y'all don't hear me though. I don't think you heard me. Y'all don't hear me though. I don't think they heard me. Okay, so let's disconnect that and reconnect. Okay, this here. You know what? I think what I might do is like a live. I'm like, do I want to do a live reaction of my own performance? Probably not, because I'm probably gonna like cringe at myself. Um, which is like what I do anyway. Um, oh goodness, I don't know. I'm gonna think on that one. But okay. So I think what I all right. I think hmm. Is update. I don't know. All right. So all right. I think what I need to do, aside from the message, is just look at aesthetics. Right. Just see what aesthetic is best suited for my brand. Not color wise, because I can just alter that, but just like, okay, I think this one looks okay. I kind of look how, like something sophisticated, but like fun. Mm, I guess more like aesthetic. It has to be like cute and aesthetic. And then, I can edit the colors and stuff like that. I think okay, I kind of like how this is. I wish there was a way that you can star the thing. Hmm. Not me. Actually, reflecting that. Literally both images. I was like, is that me? My energetic field. Um. Oh, I love this picture right here. I'm like, yes, girl, fly. Um. Okay, I kind of like this with this overlaid box right here, but this only makes sense for that image. Oh, I like this. I like this. Okay, I think I know which one I like. Oh, these are cool. Inspire, of course. Agenda. Okay, that's funky. Um, I kind of like this because if it kind of looks a little bit like the logo, the Third Eye Visions logo, and then maybe if I go like swap it around I like this like squiggly line. I actually write like that when I take notes, and I don't know. Oh, I kind of like this, but I only like this because of the picture. Oh, but the color. I like the color of the font and how this font. Okay, what font is this? I only really want to see what this font is right here. Let's go to the text. Oh, damn it. Okay, but can we get the... I'm like, okay, can we... Damn it. Whatever. Okay, I know I like that font. But I think I'm going to do something like... Okay, so I like this element here with the picture like this. But I really like this one here. And see, usually what I would do on Canva is like I'll look at elements from different templates and then like kind of like put it in a gumbo and mix it all together. I'm like, okay, I like the font in this template. I like how the picture is placed in this template. I like the structure of this template, and somehow I'll try to like blend all of those elements that I like and put it all together. So at least that way it switches it up from what's already on here. You know what I mean? So it doesn't look like um it's not like exactly the same, you know? Oh, actually, I kind of like this in all caps. Okay. Okay. I'm like, why was this space like this? Oh, nope. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, it doesn't need to be spaced like that. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so I guess for me, what I want to do is, I think, all right, the first template that I'm going to do is thanks for subscribing. All right, actually, before, if I can spell, that'd be great. Okay, so I want there to be like an initial thank you for subscribing email. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a thing. um Schedule, let's see. Schedule send automatically. Okay. All right, actually, so let's go back. All right, so but we have it as a draft. Oh yeah, okay. So I have this as a draft too. So this, but I think I missed it. Okay, here we go. This was the font that I liked. I liked that font. Um, okay, so I guess all right. What I'm really looking for. All right, hold on. I might have to disconnect this. Okay, no. All right, cool. Um, all right. Okay, welcome email. Here we go. Because I was like, let me not start editing that like that. Or, oh, it's literally taking me to the same place. It's the same shit. Okay. All right. No automated campaigns. Use your automated campaigns as a template. Okay. All right. So I guess what I would do is, because I'm like, I didn't want to edit one for like a welcome campaign unless they had a specific place where like, okay, when people sign up, we automatically send this email. And then on top of, based on who's already signed up, or when you have new subscribers and say you have a new campaign there, then you can send that email out to everybody, right? So I'm guessing I just have to make this automated thing. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's go back. Okay, can I go back? Like, what is the problem? All right, come on. All right. Okay, so we have this, right? But the thing is, I already have a newsletter block. All right, so, but it doesn't let me edit it. That's my problem. Import existing email subscribers. Already have an email list. Import it to have all your. Oh yeah, and I gotta add people to the list too. But we gotta have the templates first. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So email campaigns. All right. All right. So I think I just need to edit it. That's all. So we just gonna work on this one. Right, well, we got like an hour and a half until the show. I think. I hope. I don't know. It could not come on. Not that I want to speak that into existence, but I thought it was going to be on like last Monday and then Friday, and it's like okay. So like at this point, I don't know when it's going to be on. So okay. All right. Thanks for subscribing. All right. Access live event. I don't know what that is. All right, so we'll replace this image. What should be the image for the I feel like it should be something I mean maybe this. Maybe something from a creative project. Yeah, we still gotta edit these pictures. I still have to edit those pictures from Without You. Which was a list of a thing to do. But I love this picture so much. It's like, yes, bitch, give us a pose. Um yeah, it has to be something artsy, I feel like. But I was thinking like should it be artsy or something a little bit more laid back? But it's like I think it should be consistent with the main artist image that I'm using right now until we update everything, right? Which, with that said, I have a list of. Okay, hold on. Actually, I need to be in this book anyway. Yikes. Okay, so I know I had a page in my notes. What about on my note? Um, I know I had a page in my notes where I made a list of the things that I would have to keep in mind when I like go and like if I have to change my pictures and stuff like that on all my social medias. Like, okay, just so you know, these are all the places that you have to change your picture, like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, or not Twitter, X, Shout out to Elon, by the way. Um, I'm still coming for you. Respectfully. But I gotta get this music thing off the ground. But Elon, I'm gonna catch up to you, in terms of the space travel. One of these days. Um but shout out to Elon. Um, you know, but yeah, anyway. So I know I had a sheet in my notes. Um where I made a list of everything. Like, okay, by the way, girl, when you change this picture, you're gonna have to change your picture here, 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 and here, and over there too. And and as I was, and mind you, like Spotify, it's like it's so many platforms. My gosh, it's so fucking exhausting. And then you know what? Okay, so as I was watching this podcast that I mentioned earlier in regards to the whole thing about like bragging about doing everything yourself when you could just hire somebody. Um, Even though part of me, they might know who they are. Um, I peeped a little bit of little jabs and little shades, and sometimes I don't really care to watch people who do that, but I will if the information is insightful. Just so anybody who like tries to shit on me and think that I can't do something, and if you're giving some insightful information, I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna watch your channel, not because I'm naive to the things that you reference, but just so I'll take this information and use it to my benefit, you know. So shout out to them for the insightfulness, you know, and you know, one day y'all will watch me win at the things that y'all suggest. But anyway, in watching this platform, um, sorry, I'm like looking at my notes and trying to talk to y'all at the same time. Oh yeah, that's right. I did do this. Right. Ah, yes, I do have to do. Okay, Nerisse. See, I would have forgot about this human, and they're a human that I shouldn't forget about. Okay, yeah, so we did do that, and we'll have to pay for that service. And when the budget increases, then we'll get to that. Newsletter, that's what we're doing now. Okay, that's an idea. That's an idea. I'm not. Yeah, I briefly mentioned this without giving the details to that away when I said it had something to do with merch. Okay, I had that. I wrote that down. Uh, yeah, I did that. Mm-hmm. Yup. Yeah. Okay, so I did everything on this list. Only thing I hadn't done yet was the thing that I'm doing now, and the next thing that I was gonna do. So I was like, okay, but everything else pretty much got done. Okay, cool. I love that for myself. I love that. I love when I get done the shit that said I was gonna do. Even though I hadn't really, this should have been done a little bit earlier because I haven't been on here doing Watch Me Works. But um, in response to that, I have been posting on social media more often. So even if it, me just venting my emotions, which I'm trying to be better about. But I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, listen to this song too, while I try to heal through my trauma. Um, okay, can I get to the next page? All right, but actually, okay. So hold on. Before I do all of this, let me just make a note of this because this is actually relevant to what I'm working on right now. So, okay, we'll just use my old business card as a bookmark, so I know to go back to that. Okay, no, it wasn't this far back. It's so annoying when you're trying, like, if you're someone like me that like writes notes for everything, literally everything, and then you try to like refer back to your notes and they're just like either not organized or they are organized, but it's like, okay, but where was that specific thing that I'm looking for? Uh, okay, this was notes from that conversation that I had a while ago. Okay, yeah, we'll get to that. That's not the task at hand. What time? Okay. Um, okay, so we have that. Have that. Just inventory, darling. Okay, yeah, this was another page I was looking for, but this isn't. Is this what I'm looking for? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I was looking for this, but that's not what I'm exactly looking for right now. Um, actually, there's something else. I'm like, it would be in the section though. That's the thing. Okay. See, look. I'm like, yes. Notes for newsletter. Okay. And, um, because email lists are important apparently. So, okay, so yeah. We'll put that list over here. All right. Is it not in this section? I feel like it was before this, where I made those notes. Or maybe I'm not looking back further enough. Oh yeah, this is important because I gotta pay some of these bills. So, uh, yeah, and this actually goes into how I need to finance any sales that I get. Okay, yep. That's brainstorm. Okay, we have a bio. Shout out to that being done. Um, okay. Oh my goodness gracious. And I swear I had it in here. Unless it's in a different notebook. I feel like I wouldn't have done that thing. But it's very on brand for me. So I've been in some different notebooks. You know, it was before all of this. It was before this. But I do need that page. Do need this page, so we'll keep this open. This is what I need for now. Okay. Okay. I think out of my notebook, I need to figure out the things that are like standards, like template standards, in terms of like how I do inventory, how I set up the newsletters, like the how to do a thing, like that. All of that needs to be organized somewhere, and then the monthlies of those things. So like inventory. Like this is the template for the inventory with no info on it. And then when we do our monthly inventories, this is Wednesday. I mean, not Wednesday. This is October's inventory. This is November's. Same thing with newsletters. Like, okay, what is the basic template? What's the information that's going to be involved at the very, which is kind of like what I'm supposed to be doing here. But I'm kind of organizing my brain before I do this. And then from there, then we'll take that template and then, okay, this is October's newsletter. This is November's newsletter, and so on. It's just, I'm trying to think like, how am I organizing this? Because like notes, like in my notes is like, okay, it's easy for me to like write my ideas down and then like, okay, like even how I have like the invoices and the inventory, and same thing with invoices, like the template. And then because I think about how things were like at Pandora, because that was a thing too, like printing out the paper, the things that needed to be filled out by hand, but then also the things that were done digitally, like when we would do like cleanings or something like that, like the plain templates or like the sheets or whatever, like the documents on the computer, and then like we would document it physically in binders and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, what process makes the most sense for me? What's going to be the most efficient for my workload right now? You know, I'm just trying to think that. And then also like the monthly tasks. So, all right, so we got, I think, monthly inventories. I think invoices happen how they happen, like based on events and, opportunities and services and stuff like that. And then newsletters. Um, that's monthly for now. Newsletters will be monthly, but eventually, as things pick up and there's like more things coming along, like email campaigns and stuff like that, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I think for now, just something to like stay engaged with people. I know email marketing is so important, they say, and it's like, okay, but I ain't got no emails. But I do though. Like there's people who've purchased from me, and I just have to add them on the list. So shout out to them for that. Okay, but at the same time, I do want to make sure that I make note of all the, like, I need to figure out that page. Even though it's not technically a task right now, but it is important. And I need to find that. So, say if there's a campaign switch, like a new song is out or whatever the case may be, and here we go, literally. It wasn't a different notebook. Um, like, okay, all the things that needs to be updated. So Spotify. Okay, title. How can artists add their banners? I mean, I don't use title, but I know when I put music on there, I know like I ain't got that many like organic listeners yet. But like there has to be a way for artists to be able to, like, is there like a back office that I don't know about or something? But it's like I would really like to add a banner to my page so when people go to NarisseM title, they can see what it look like. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I think the ownership has shifted on that. But whoever got title, can y'all add that on there? Like, is there like a title for artists or something? Like, we need that. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody else talk about that. I feel like I'm the only one who's mentioned that. I've mentioned that before. I'm pretty sure I tweeted about it like years ago. And, can that be a thing? Like, so artists can like look in the back office. Like, is there ways to check your data on title? I'm sure there are. But I know most people talk about like Spotify and Apple Music or whatever the case may be. And that's cool. and shout out to them for that. But like at the same time, there should be some type of a back office situation for title, for artists, for creatives, so they can see the data of who's listening on title, where do they live, those type of things. Can we edit our profiles on there? Kind of like how Spotify got it. You know what I mean? I know it's a competitor, but like, all right, if you want to compete with the competitors, y'all gotta, you know. And I think one of the things that makes Spotify and Apple Music kind of where they are is like those little things, those features for artists to personalize their music pages. I know Spotify. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all a little extra with the what do you call it? The canvases. The moving images on the songs. Like, okay, but I mean, apparently it was a whole thing, like a whole project that took them like a year or some change to come out with and roll out. And maybe there's like analytics and psychology to it. Okay, I get it. And I think Aloe might have a canvas image on there. But like, okay, y'all got a lot of extra stuff going on here. Um, but actually, something the reason why I even bring that up is because I was watching a video. What was the channel? Let me find the channel just so I can give credit. I'll give credit to this channel. Um, hold on. No. Okay, here we go. On other record labels, that's the YouTube page. Other record labels. It was a video, a 2023 guide for indie musicians. Be your own record label. Wait, I don't think that was the video that I looked at though. It wasn't that video, but it was that page. I think it was like how to market yourself like a record label or something like that. Or make no, I think this might have been the video. Hold on. Yeah. I think this was the video. Yes, it was. Okay, how to be your own record label. And basically it was just saying how do you operate yourself as an independent artist like a record label would do. And so the YouTube page is called Other Record Labels. Um and it was a really good breakdown. And so he mentioned on there, you know, different things, two different things that I felt like I guess good to know for artists on Spotify. One, because of the whole thing about Canvas, to him he was like, okay, what's the point of this? But apparently it was a whole thing that they took time to research and plan to roll out. And then hold on, let me just because y'all have not been looking, y'all literally have just been seeing me in the corner, um just kind of like go fishing through my notes. But yeah, he was saying it was like a whole like a whole thing that they planned and researched, um to roll out the whole Canvas thing. And then also having high quality images on your Spotify account. So like not your banner or your profile circle picture, but you know how they have like what it called, like feature pictures or something like that. I forget what they call it. Let me go on here and see the specific name so I'll make sure I got it right for y'all. This is for the artists out here. So any creative that, if y'all watch the playback, okay, Narisse Radio. There's a Narisse Radio out here. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Come on, made for Narisse. Um, I'm like, do I like some of these songs though, and these artists? Because that matters. I'm like, some people might need to get kicked off the playlist. I don't know. We'll see. Um, it's like, no, I like most of these songs and most of these artists. And then, you know what? Some of the people that I feel like might need to get kicked off, I might need to be in their fan base, steal some of their fans anyway. Since like people be worried about me stealing. Um, I crack myself up. Anyway, okay. Come on, discography. But I know, like, there's, child, when I release some of these future projects, okay, I guess like the pictures in the about section, but I know there's a name for it, like the feature pictures, like that section where they ask you to like upload other pictures of yourself. It's good to have high quality pictures there because, say, for whatever reason, if you get picked to be like the feature cover image of a playlist, they pull from that. Um, and I got that information because I'm be trying to cite my sources. I got that information from the other record label YouTube channel. So shout out to him and that information, which I didn't know. But it's good that I pretty much have the same images on there. I don't know, maybe I should have different images. I think he might have mentioned that, but mm, look, we'll get to that later. Okay, those are the images that I'm going to have for now until we change it up, and then we'll add some more. But for now, those will be, if they just so happens to pick me as a cover on a playlist, y'all got some images on there. So yeah, so for the creatives and artists, keep that in mind. Make sure your images on Spotify is high quality. Entitled respectfully. I need y'all to catch up. Um, so I can, not just me, but for the world, for the other artists. A lot of the things that I complain about, it can come from a biased standpoint because it's like me advocating for myself. Because if not me, then who? Because clearly, I can't depend on anybody in regards to that. But when I advocate for myself, I'm not just advocating for me, I'm advocating for everybody. I'm advocating for other creatives. A lot of the times when I complain about other things, it's for other women or other people of color or, other oppressed folks. So just know when I have my think pieces and I, express some things, it's respectfully, in regards to the greater good of us all. Okay. So I know it's a little bit deep for like, okay, pictures on your page as an artist, but no, really, like these things matter for a creative. Um, and I'm sure I can't be the only creative that was sitting up here trying to figure out how to edit some pictures on title. Like I know I'm not the only one. I might be the only one to actually say something, but you know, and then plus also, I'm pretty sure the ownership has shifted. So, people don't take it too personally. It's not that deep. It's just, again, advocating for the humans out here, because if ain't nobody else going to say something, then who? Which brings me to another point. I'm not going to get into it in this live stream. I've mentioned this before, and I'm going to keep mentioning it because, in order to see change for better, you have to keep calling a thing out. But like I'm okay, I'm just gonna say one of these days I'm gonna do a live stream discussing accountability, holding people accountable, and leadership. Because I just feel like we're in a time where that is just far and few, you know, and from many generations, especially, the generations that's supposed to be the leaders right now. And you know what? Shout out to the kids out here. Gen Z, look, these Gen Z kids out here, they do not be taking no bullshit. Okay, not all of them, but a lot of them. They discuss the things and they point out the things that are issues in culture and society that are often swept under the rug that previous generations haven't advocated for enough. Now, millennials, I feel like we've learned to be more outspoken. I feel like we still kind of came up from an era where it's like not as aggressive, the whole mentality of like a child is seen and not heard type of thing, but I'm pretty sure there's people my age that's dealt with their own version of that. But I feel like millennials have grown up to be the generation where it's like, I'm gonna raise my kids differently than how I was raised because mental health and speaking up for yourself and advocating, I feel like that's become like a thing for us in our adult years. But Gen Z, I feel like they're like on that early, and I feel like they're probably the generation where hopefully we'll see more outspoken leaders that are willing to have those uncomfortable conversations and address things that needs to be fixed, in forthright, authentic ways. Um, I don't know. I'm just coming to that thought now. I'm just like, I mean, I've said that before about like Gen Z, on like Twitter and stuff. I mean, not Twitter, like TikTok. But now that I'm really thinking about it in terms of like what I wanted to discuss in that live stream, which, I'll probably do it sometime this week. But, I do want to be intentional about not just complaining about a thing, but also like highlighting where people are getting it right. And not only where people are getting it right, but especially highlighting the fact that the youth are are really like doing the damn thing. Not all of y'all. Some of y'all are still a little hard headed out here. But I will say I can appreciate the kids out here that are willing to like correct the older generation in respectful ways. Not in ways that are disrespectful, but in ways that are saying like, look, I get that this is how you did things. I get that this was supposed to be the traditions, but it's actually a detriment to the culture. It's actually hindering us as a people. This mentality and this way of living, and we all can be better. Um, so yeah, but more on that at a later time. Okay, but email list, newsletter, that's okay. That's what we will add on here. And actually, what I need to do is transcribe this to that notebook. But I'm not going to do that right now. But I'm going to leave this page open so I'll remember to do that. Probably not during live stream because that's probably going to be boring to watch. But okay. Oh, excuse me. Squeeze me. Um. All right. Anyway. Um. All right. So I'm trying to think like, all right. So what we gonna put here? What we gonna say to the people? Hey y'all. Okay, like, okay, what is the voice? What is my, what does it sound like? Like, who are we talking to? Because like just from the audience at Cafe Improv versus some, people who purchase my music, like the demographic is, and then also like in me looking at my analytics on social media, like there's a large gap, or there's a majority of people who are like 55 and older, and then there's a majority of people who are like 18 to like 20 something, like young. And so, and then but then there was a period of time where I feel like my like stats on Instagram were like mostly like people my age and a little bit like older, like late 20s, early 30s. And so I'm like, but and the thing is, I know the music that I make and will make and have made can like, not to be like, you know, I can do it all. Not like that, but just like from a space of like, I truly feel like my music can be genreless in a way where it can cater to different audiences. Like even with a project, something as simple as Divine, you know, just like, okay, like the song Divine, when I think of it, I feel like that can easily go up next to like a Ed Sheeran or a Taylor Swift type of a song. You know what I mean? Like you got simple guitar chords. Not saying that they got simple chords, they are skilled guitarists, shout out to them for that. But just like the vibe of it, it's like it's a singer songwriter guitar acoustic kind of vibe, right? I mean, there's like bossa nova kind of chords with it, so there's that kind of like uh like that, a little bit of that Brazilian feel to it, but not exactly. Like it's more stripped down. It's not as Girl from Ipanema kind of vibe. And then also like bossa nova music leans into like Parisian music too, which I've been listening to a lot recently. Cause like every now and then, like not every now and then, like sometimes in the morning or whatever, like when I get my like morning routine going, I'll listen to those like Paris girl vibes, Paris girl mornings, like playlist on YouTube. And I'm here for all of that. Like I love the French music or like the French bossa nova music. So it's like it's that, you know, like Brazilian Portuguese, I want to say. I hope I'm, forgive me if I'm wrong. But like that, it's that style of music, but with French. And honestly, like I've studied French and like in terms of like just the flow of the music, I mean, they're completely different languages, respectfully. But I feel like they can go up next to each other. Like if I were listening on a playlist, I would be like, oh, okay, and it was funny because when I was listening to one of these songs, there's a song that translates to Water in March. And in Portuguese is Agua de Mar. I hope I'm saying it right. And in French, it's like Les Eaux de Mars. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I'm probably saying this wrong. Forgive me, y'all. Look, I haven't studied French in a minute, so like, don't come for me. But I say this to say, like, when I was listening to, I knew the original version. In hold on, let me just get the language right, because child, I'm not trying to have y'all coming for me saying, "Oh my gosh, you don't know the language." No, I don't. I don't speak it. It's not my first or second language. Um, I think it's DeMarco. Agua DeMarco is, yeah, that's Brazilian. But what's the language? Portuguese. Okay. So that's in Portuguese. And then, yeah, Waters of March. And then the French version, this is a bit of a tangent, but it's going to be a full circle moment. I forget why I started this point, but I'll get back into it. Um, les eaux de mar. However you, however you say it with a French accent. Um, yeah, okay, but that's the French version. But yeah, so okay, I say this to say I was listening. It came up in a playlist, and I was listening to it, and I was like, "Yo, this sound like that Portuguese song that I like." But is this in French? Like I couldn't really tell the difference in language, but I knew the melody, and um, yeah. But okay, yeah, okay. Full circle moment, bringing it back to the point. But it's a Brazilian, it's a bossa nova song, but it was done in Portuguese and it was a version of it done in French. And there's a myriad of different languages of that song, like different translations of that one song that people have done all over the world. And, so there's that bossa nova element to full circle moments back to divine, right? So the chords are bossa nova, but the song itself, it's like more like acoustic soft rock kind of thing, right? And then you have like a song like Just Wanna that's more like R&B, but not even, it's not even like the R&B that you hear on the radio. It's more like alternative ish R&B. I don't know. And then like you have like Alumni. I feel like Alumni is like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe the genre of that song. It's like it feels like a little soulful. There's like those jazzy moments, like note wise, kind of. Um, I don't want to say it's soft rock because it doesn't feel rock-ish, but it could lean that way depending on like how you do the notes and the turn and like whatever. Like so my point and why I say this is that, I feel like there are certain songs that I just feel like, although I've coined the term ethereal R&B, you know, just to be different because y'all know I don't like to fit in with these hoes out here, respectfully. But you know, I feel like my music can go into different spaces. No pun intended, I guess. Um, and um, and even like the songs that I haven't come out with, like Otherwise, I feel like Otherwise is more of like a soft rock song. Um, Even though it has more like really like pretty, it could lean into the R&B like space, but I feel like it's not though, And then there's songs where I rap, and it's like hip hop influenced, and and I can cater my performances to the like whoever the audience is, like if it's, but then again, at the same time, like I can't. At the same time, I feel like I don't want to limit the audience, because I know there's people where you wouldn't expect them to listen to a certain type of music, but they know that music, especially like Black people. You can't say like Black people only listen to R&B and hip hop. There are Black people that listen to rock music, old school music. Like, there's like, I love when I have those moments with Black folks where we reference music that not only isn't even within our generation, but like a genre that would be expected for us to know. Like I could talk about like Elton John or music with someone that's like my age and my race or whatever the case may be. Or, I know other Black girls, my age that listens and loves Nirvana. Even though Nirvana was out before I was like born, but I grew up hearing those songs, and, beyond Smells Like Teen Spirit, there's songs like Heart Shaped Box and, Come As You Are and Lithium and, stuff like that. Even though those are big songs, but like everybody knows Smells Like Teen Spirit, but I know there's demographics that like there's always that thing, like literally the other night when I finished my live stream, I was watching a clip of this Black guy. He was like, yo, where are the white boys? Where are the white kids in these like rock bands? Like everybody trying to be DJs and, and rappers, but where are the like the rock bands like Paramore, My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, you know, All American Rejects. And I think All American Rejects even responded on that post. But he was like, where are them white kids that it was just like, yo, let's be a band, let's play these instruments, And it's like, and there are Black people who love that music. Like there was literally a thread on Twitter of like just Black people, going off about how much they love Paramore, and I'm one of those people, So it's like I don't want to limit my audience to say like, okay, if I'm performing for a Black crowd, then I don't want to perform some of the songs that it's like more like guitar, you know, soft rock kind of vibes, because I know there's Black people who, first of all, Black people created like every genre, okay, and I know that could be a debatable thing, but whatever, but y'all get my point in terms of like blues, rock and roll, jazz, like, so I don't want to limit the audience and be like, okay, I can only perform certain songs with a certain audience because like that's what they listen to. But it's like, and there's white people who love hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, and there's there's a demographic for everything. And what you would assume would be like, okay, this is the specific audience. There's songs that transcends time and people and demographics and location and age groups and race and all of that. And I really want my music to be that. I want my music to be something that everybody can feel and enjoy. And yeah, so um anyway, I get into that whole tangent, bringing it back to the first point is like, okay, so what's the tone of this email? Oh goodness, me and my think pieces. But another point that I want to mention in regards to that um, is something that I saw CeeLo Green talk about, and he's another one of those people who genres literally he can slide into any space. He could rap, he could sing, he could give you hip hop, he could give you R&B, everything he did with Gnarls Barkley. Like, come on, it's and like the fact that he did a performance with Daryl Hall from Hall and Oates with I Can't Go For That. And my Daryl Hall and Oates, like they're another group where it's like I Can't Go For That plays on urban radio. Like I grew up hearing Hall and Oates because they would play on R&B stations, and they make music beyond that. You got you make magic come true. Which is on like every commercial, so it's like you have like those classic kind of like upbeat pop songs, but like but anyway, that wasn't where I was getting at. But shout out to Daryl Hall and John Oates. But I was talking about CeeLo Green. Something that he said about Crazy was that was one of the songs that played on every radio station. Like it didn't matter what the genre was. When Crazy first came out, first of all, that song was everywhere. But it played on rock radio, it played on R&B stations, it played on hip hop radio, it played on old school 80s pop or 80s rock music. It played everywhere. It's one of those songs that literally transcended like all genres, all age groups, you know and I never thought about that until I remember like hearing him say that. I think I seen it, like I forget where it was online. I don't know if it was him specifically or somebody else that mentioned it. Either way, it was that song. Um, but regardless, I never thought about that, and I was like, it makes sense because that it's one of those songs that it feels genreless. And yes, it's a cover. Yeah, it was a cover song, but how they did it, like what category do you put that in? Like, do you put that in R&B? Do you put that in like rock? Do you put that in alternative, whatever? It's one of those songs where it's like you can't even describe the genre of it. It's just a feeling, and it feels good. And it's like it feels real, it feels authentic, and it feels like good music. you know and that's ultimately what I want to do. I just want to make good music, and that could be for anybody. So I just think about like the performances that I have or had lined up, or performances that I got to put together. And I mean, I'm grateful that I'm able to like, be flexible with the style of music that I can do. Um, and that sometimes it's one of those, double-edged swords, because it's like, okay, now how do I market myself? How do I, you know, especially like putting a like an image together, putting a brand together. Like, okay, what is the brand? Like, what do we promote? Because I feel like I can perform, if when given a chance, I can perform for anybody. Like, okay, you like rock music, me too. I could probably write something with that, you know. Or you like soul music, you like R&B music, me too. I could write something for that too. You know what I mean? Um, and ultimately it brings me to um, another idea of why I even did my Divine merch campaign the way I did it. I wanted to not only show the different ways that you could rock the merch, but just like the different facets of me and the music that I like, and the people who I feel like I can connect with, even though like I'm in a space of like, feeling not feeling like a loner, but like being a loner where I'm, just in my own world. But I feel like there's elements of myself that can identify with a myriad of people, you know, and yeah, I'm just like trying to navigate that. But I think somebody who does that very well consistently is Willow. Like, I think Willow Smith, what her, like, just her projects alone, well, just the different albums that she's had and her EPs and everything, like what box can you put her in? You can't. You know, like she'll give you a rock album, and even within those rock albums, they all have their different vibes, from the anxiety to coping mechanism to what is it, lately I feel everything. You know, they all have their own world within that space, and I love that she's doing that, you know, and not limiting herself like, okay, I have to be this kind of artist. You know, like you got your pop record, you know, with my hair back and forth, which is still a bop today. And then, you know, wait a minute, which blew up, you know, years later. I mentioned this before, like y'all be sleeping on her bops, you know, and she's one of those people that has like those like slow build up hits, but they're hits though. It's just people be like, you know, light years behind. And she stay ahead of us. Sonically. And then like the Willow album, like oh my gosh, such a good project. I wonder why there's like no videos for that project. Or maybe there is in like an alternate reality and I just don't know. But when I listened to the album, I thought about it, I was like, there are no visuals for this project. But yeah, it's solid project, you know, like, and that's one of those like alternative. Is it R&B? I don't know. Is it rock? I don't know. It's like, you know, soft rock, something. I don't know. But it's, you know, she's one of those people that can like play into different genres, and it's like, okay, I rock with it. You know, nobody questions it either. It's like, all right, yeah, this is a vibe. But anyway, you know, I like to have my music talks. Um, But back to why we're here in the first place. Because what time? Damn, it's almost 6 o'clock, and I've like got nothing done. I had to like go through these notebooks the whole time. Okay, so actually, so this is just the I don't think I need this box here. Ooh. Okay. I wanted it to feel like a conversation. Like I don't want it to feel like this is a formal email. I'm like, can you see what I'm working on? Okay, yeah. I'm trying to. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay. No, I want to say it like that. Okay, this Grammarly y'all shit is in the way. Okay, damn. That's what I said. Oh yeah, that's right. So okay, it's 6 o'clock on the dot. Okay. So I know that I had a discount on here. I think it was supposed to be for people who sign up for the newsletter. Do I have it written on here? Okay, no, I don't. But I had a pop up. I have a website pop up that I feel like. Let me test that out. Okay, so I guess that's not a thing anymore, right? Okay, we'll figure that out. Yeah, I'm like, why is the pop up not popping up? Okay, but on here, um, okay, so we do have that. Um, so I think I had like a discount. Okay, yes, I do have a discount for new subscribers. So I was not going to show that, but I am going to show that. So whoever is watching in real time, you know, if y'all watching on this video, because I know I have a lot of lives, so if somebody happens to be watching the playback and this discount is still active by the time you see it, you can use this discount when you buy merch from my website. So, and it's 15% off for new subscribers. I was gonna say, I feel like I set up see, look, shout out to young me who put this together, even though I ain't had no no emails at this point. When did I started this a year ago? Yeah, in April. Yeah, shout out to me for thinking that far ahead, even though I never used it, or at least nobody used it yet. But now that we're putting a newsletter together, now I have a place for you to do that. Okay, so we'll have that there. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. That's, wow. This- okay. I mean, we gotta get these colors together for this whole website. Oh yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, it's gotta be cohesive. It's gotta be cohesive. Is that what the website looks like? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's that gray color. Okay, cool. And then the text. I mean, the email color was cool, but like I want it to be cohesive because y'all know how I love my cohesion. Um, link. We'll link it to the shop. This is very on brand for me. You know what? Actually, I want to crop this picture a little bit, but we'll get to that. Oh, okay. So we cut, and hopefully I can keep it the same. Okay, there we go. That's what I was hoping for. Okay. Okay, not that many spaces. Yeah, there we go. Here I am, probably gonna edit this like a million times. And that's a closing statement. I've always done that. Like even in writing essays in school, when I would write the intro paragraph, usually my transition line from the introduction to the first paragraph would be something that you would put in conclusion. And I always have to like take a little bit from that first paragraph and put it to the end. Like I don't know why I write like that, but I don't know. Um, because I am a businesswoman, but I can make it cheeky. And actually, I want this text color to be different. Oh no, not that, not the whole thing. Just the one I got. All right, well, whatever. It's annoying. Oh, you know what? I feel like I could put this on a t-shirt. Yeah, why not? What colors do I have on this button? Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. So we have our initial sign up email. That's done. All right. So I think the performance is supposed to come on in 15 minutes. Oh, God bless the time portal. So I want to edit this. Okay. The link could be. I just want to crop it just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yes, that's fine. I feel like I should have, yeah, just some images. Oh, this collection I was almost going to come out with at some point. Okay, the pictures don't got to be this large, my goodness. Yeah, make it a grid. Eh, but I want them to all be like square. There we go. Okay. I think this can go up here. Oh, yeah, I like that. And yes, we will link them, baby. Ooh, this is so cool. Come on, Squarespace. Y'all ate this up. Oh, I love this. Yes. Take me to the shop. Okay, where we at the hats? Oh, I can't shop the. Okay, let's just bring that to the merch then. It's gonna do. Or actually, you know, we're in hoodie season right now. So let's put the hoodies on here. That would be smarter, I feel like. Oh yeah, the the merchandise that isn't out yet. um, and you know, I should have Sage since I mentioned that. Let's replace the shell with Sage. Let's do the medium Sage. I want this all to be like square. And then this, the page, shop. Then the music and the music. Okay, I think on here. Okay, let's just make this. Yep, there we go. That's what I want to do. Yeah, that's fine. It's permanent. Like, can I change the order of these pictures? Yo, shout out to Squarespace. They ate this up. Like, I love how easy it is to edit this shit. Man, it's so great. Oh, man. Okay. Music. We'll save the music. And then, actually, let's replace this image just because I know there's a better edited one. I think this one, I might, we'll see. Oh, this is literally the same, and it's just already on here. Okay, I think I just need to edit this. All right, let's see. Oh, this looks so cool. I would enjoy this. I would enjoy this as a fan. Like, oh, this is awesome. And I guess that's when you know you're doing it right. Like, if you enjoy what you're doing, like, damn, if I was a customer, I would like this. Okay. You know, I'm just like not crazy about the aesthetics of this picture. That's my only thing. Like, I'm just not like thrilled about how this looks. Mm. Yeah, no, I don't like it. I think I gotta do like one item at a time. I should have just took a picture of all the flash drives. I mean, I guess I could do that real quick. Nah, it's gonna take me a second because I'm gonna take the picture. I gotta edit the picture, upload it. You know what? I think for now, I'm just going to do this. And then we'll just do just the flash drives. So, yeah, we'll condense that. Or actually, we'll probably just delete it and start over. mean, well, I feel like the individual. I just don't like the aesthetics of the flash drives. All right, hold on. Let's see. I think my idea is probably not that bad. Let's do this. Shrink it down and just make it the flash drives. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think that works. It's not perfect. It's not the perfect aesthetic, but you know, we got the rainbow color bags in there. It gives it a little bit of a flair, you know. Okay. And on here, we'll link it to the music page. So we got the hoodies, you know, the Sage, the EP, the flash drives. I feel like I should put the mug up here too, because I mean, it would be like coffee, you know, pumpkin spice season, right? Or is I feel like pumpkin spice is more of like an October thing. Well, November too. It's still like pumpkin picking vibes, but it just once you get into November, it's like Thanksgiving. Well, then you really get into like the leaves changing for real. Thanksgiving, that's a whole vibe, right? Okay. So okay, I think yeah, the email is good. You got the shop link. You could click all the pictures. It links to you, links to something. This picture itself is a link to the website. This is a link to the merch. What the fuck? I just added links to all of. Oh, I didn't save it. That's okay. Spiritual supplies. Save. Okay. Now we'll go back. Divine EP. Shop. Music. Save. Yeah, because I think it's almost showtime. Showtime. Lord, I just hope it's not like terrible looking. I think it's fine though. You know, I already addressed the things that bothered me. So, or whatever. I already know kind of what to expect, hopefully. And it was just the flash drives. So this would be in the music category. Save. All right. I think everything is good. All right. Everything is linked. All the pictures have links. The button has a link to the shop. This is a link to the full website. And all right, so now what I have to do is change the color of this. And let's turn it up. Hello. Bring it up. Period. All right. So this looks great. Okay. So our initial email is together. This isn't the newsletter, but it's something. You know, did that save? I think it automatically saves. Okay, yeah. So, you know, subject. Where do I edit the subject? Email. Subject line. Welcome email. Oh yeah. Oh, so this is when I send it. Okay, you know what? Let me pull up my performance on my phone. I'm so much of a workaholic. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. I do have to be on here, right? Oh God, I'm so nervous. I haven't watched my performance of Head Over Heels because I've messed up on that. And I give myself such a hard time for it. And I'm like, I don't know. Shout out to the sex workers that be on my live streams. I mean, not live streams. on my stories on IG. They be more supportive than the people that know you. Um, no shade, but T. Um, watch live, baby. Okay. You are here. You are held. You are ready. I don't know who this is, but I think I did see him there. Maybe. All right, we'll leave him up here. I don't, and mind you, I said in my post, I was like, look, I don't know. I don't know if I'm performing or not tonight or not. Look, we gonna see. They might play these games again. Who knows? But while that's happening, it might not be tonight. It might be Friday, actually. I don't know how they do this. So maybe they have like one performance from another time and then they chop it up and do it on Mondays and then another performance from another time and put it on Fridays. I don't know. Because I'm looking at this man like, was he there when I was there? But then again, I didn't see all the performers. I got there like a little bit before I was supposed to be on. But shout out to him. Yes. I like this song. So take this time to be held by the earth and be felt by the others around you. Not to worry, not to fret. Everything you could ever need, you will get. Water, food, sun, friends, everyone. It depends not on who you are. On the earth, we are here to be clear. It is really okay. It's okay to be you. If I could spell my own name, that would be lovely. Oh, the fuck. It's the name for now. Um, It's okay to be you. It's okay to be you. It's okay to have your feet. It's okay to have your toes. It's okay to be inside your body. It's okay to have a thought that never has been thought by anybody. It's okay to have the words heard by a distant bird. Call back you another way. It's okay to have a song that maybe sounds so wrong, comes out of you anyway. It's okay to be you. It's okay. It's okay. We want you to be you. It's okay. I like that. Because you are you. And we are us, and that we trust to be true, to be true. See, this edit right here looks really good.
Thank you, sir. In that last moment, I felt us come to focus. David Azer, thank you.
Oh, I think this is from that.
Next, we have Fred Stein. I'm going to hand the mic over to Shelley.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
It's from the same day.
Fred Stein with his musical comedy. Fred Stein wants to take you on a comic journey,
Okay.
experiencing life in a different, funny way, making pit stops at schools, the endless
Oh, I remember
job
this
search,
guy.
dealing with the cluttered single life, married life, while singing the praises of macaroni and cheese. He also has found time fighting the onset of artificial intelligence. His solution is to make it dumber.
That's funny.
Fred has performed at casinos, restaurants, and street fairs. www.fredsteinmusic.com. Very much, ladies and gentlemen, we're extremely pleased to welcome back to Cali Improv for the second time ever here, Fred Stein.
Hello. If you like my act, my name is Fred Stein. If you don't like my act, my name is Britney Spears. Wow, I just came back from a hotel and this pillow was soft and cushy and comfortable, and it was so big. It was so big I had a tough time putting it in my suitcase. Now, everybody's talking about inflation, right? I can't stand everybody complaining about the prices of everything. $5 for a cup of coffee, $7 for a piece of cake, $10 for parking. Any more complaints from these people, I'm not going to invite them over my house anymore. Okay, COVID booster shots are back in the news, right? Two mice walk into a bar. One mouse says to the other mouse, "Are you going to get the COVID booster shot?" And the second mouse goes, "No, because they haven't finished testing them on humans yet." Another COVID booster shot joke. This old man did not want to get a COVID booster shot because he heard that some people die from it. And his daughter was pleading, Dad, please get this shot. You won't die. He says, I'm going to die if I get the shot. Well, guess what? He got the shot. 2 weeks later, he drops dead. That's right. He got ran over by a truck. Okay, things have really changed in schools today. I was a substitute teacher, and I went to a room, and I saw people smoking, drinking, gambling, fighting, taking drugs, and then having an orgy. And that was just in the teacher's room. Anybody here from the 1500s? Good, I got a joke from the 1500s. There's this king, and he's going to kill this prisoner, and the prisoner pleads with him, give me 1 more year to live, and I will teach your horse how to talk. So he goes back to his jail cell. He's very happy. And his other jailmates say, what are you so happy about? He says, well, the king's going to give me a year for me to teach the horse how to talk. And they said, that's crazy. He says, you never know what's going to happen in a year.
Okay, so I sent myself a test email, so I'm going to see what it looks like
Number 2,
on different devices.
Number 3, I could die. And number 4, who knows? Maybe the horse will learn how to talk. It's tough getting old. I always wanted to be on Saturday Night Live. Now I want to stay up to watch Saturday Night Live. My cholesterol count just came back. I'm in trouble. My numbers were 911. Yeah, one great thing about when you're old and you date a woman that's 90 years old, at least you don't have to meet her parents. I am so old. Adam and Eve got mad at me because I forgot their names. I am so old, my back goes out more than I do. I'm married. I'm happily married. About 20 years ago, my wife wanted to spruce up her romantic life. So she knows to come home at 7 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, she takes off all of her clothes, puts aluminum foil all over her body. At 7, I open up the door. I see aluminum foil all over her body. I said,
Oh
what?
shit, that's the wrong link.
Leftovers from last night? Things have really changed. This morning I woke up and I turned to my wife and I said, last night, were you faking it? She goes, no, I was really sleeping. And now I'm going to do my magic trick. You like that? Okay, you got to say abracadabra, the shirt will disappear and then appear again. Ready? You got to say abracadabra. What do you expect for $2? I was speaking about the price coming in. I don't know if the staff told you. It's $2 coming in, but if you want to leave, it's $100. Okay, now I'm going to do a couple of songs. Oh, I forgot the play. I have a play coming up. I forgot all about it. It's called Stress and Clutter. Why should it matter? Stress. My whole life is one big mess. Stress. My wife caught me wearing her dress. Grab your coat and get your hat. Ain't gonna be your welcome mat. Leave the dog, take the cat. Stress. My whole life was one big mess. Stress. Okay, that's Act 1. Intermission. I'm gonna play an instrumental of all the Kanye West songs. Next song, Clutter. Okay. I start to gasp. I start to stutter. My whole house is full of clutter. Everything's packed up to the ceiling. Throw them out, you hurt my feelings. My car needs its own place. Clean out the garage and make some space. Clothes in the closet I have outgrown. Try them on, you hear me moan. How many shoes must I own? Living with me can be tough. You know what they say when going gets rough. If I have to choose between you and my stuff, I love you, baby, but I'm sticking with my stuff. Clutter. Now comes the music. Okay. Okay. I know everybody here has children that come back home after they're supposed to leave. The name of this song is Living in the Basement.
Ah, that's funny.
Rents everywhere are too damn high. Rents everywhere are too damn high. It's a struggle just to get by. He's got no money, pays no rent. He's got no money, pays no rent, and he's living in the basement. Living in the basement is the thing to do. It helps when your mama makes the laundry too. Every day is just the same. He keeps on playing those video games. Moving in, everybody's moving in. Moving in. I'm in a panic. My parents are moving in. Everybody's moving in. Moving in. My daughter's getting married. Who's the lucky guy? My daughter's getting married. I hope he has a job. No room for the bride and groom. No room for the bride and groom. No room for the bride and groom. All I see is gloom and doom. Short honeymoon. Moving in. Everybody's moving in. Moving in. He's got no money, pays no rent, and he's living in the basement. Living. Rents everywhere are too damn high. living in the basement. Get the hell out. Thank you. And my last song is a more serious song. I would say it's a science fiction song, but with Halloween a couple of days coming from now, maybe it's appropriate. It's called You Can Live Forever and Ever.
No shade. I need to check this email. All right, cool. All right. It looks good on mobile.
The closing bell, the funeral parlors. You can live forever and ever. You don't have to die. Life doesn't have to end. You have so much time. Don't call me Dr. Frankenstein. You don't have to die. And now I'm gonna tell you.
Is there a way for me to duplicate this?
Using the tools of technology, breathing life into immortality.
Okay.
Why recite ancient hymns when we move around with artificial limbs? Why settle for so much less when you could reverse the aging process? You could be 21 again and again and again. Marry the machine worked out well. It saved humanity.
Damn, that's upgraded.
Artificial intelligence, you took away my independence.
Oh damn.
Their master plan.
These chords sound like a Nirvana song. It sounds like a cross between like smells like Teen Spirit and Heart Shaped Box. Ooh.
Very good. Yes, bringing down the house, Fred Stein.
Literally.
Thank you so much, Fred. That was rocking.
Okay, so I can't automatically do that. So I have to. I mean, it's in automation, but okay. You know what? I think this was the same show from Monday. I mean Friday. Yeah, I think it's the same show. You know what? Yeah, I didn't know how they do this because I was like, how does it come on Monday and Friday if it's only one performance a month? So I guess they read.
Extremely pleased. We are like beyond pleased. We are grateful to have it back for the second time ever here to Cafe Improv. Daniel Lees.
Okay, so I can't automate it because that's an extra feature that I have to pay for it automatically to send the emails, like the welcome email. So, all right, yeah. So I don't think my performance is going to be on today, and that's okay. I said in some of my messages either today or Friday. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know when you're gonna do it, but Yeah, so I'm glad I put that disclaimer because I was like, look, I don't know when I'm gonna be on there, but I'm gonna be on there one of these days. But shout out to Dan, who is on my email list, who's performing right now, and he purchased from me. And he's got some good music, so check him out. Daniel, how do you say his last name? Eyes, I think.
I ain't gonna cry, no, I ain't gonna scream. And let no one put no holes in my dreams. I'm only falling apart, and it seems like I'm always done before. I've used my fists, I've used my voice, and I felt like a cheap Rolls Royce.
Okay, so actually, what I'm gonna do is disconnect this for now because what I'm going to do right now is add people onto my list, and I don't want to put people's emails out there just to respect their privacy. Daniel Lies, that's his name. Shout out to him for supporting the business.
People talk behind people's backs.
They do.
Scheme and they plot and they plan attacks. But someday soon we will be switching tracks in a way that this world can't ignore. So call all your buddies, call all your friends, call all your enemies and make amends. Cause I'm forming a club and I'm letting everybody in, and we ain't gonna cry no more.
I like this song. All right, hold on, y'all.
Thank you very much. Very kind. That's called the Better Than Ever Blues Part 2 by Todd Snyder. And I really like to start with a Todd Snyder song because he's the reason I'm sitting here right now. It's a long story and I won't bore you with it, but I heard this guy called Todd Snyder one day on the radio and I was just blown away by this song. I went home and I went to a deep dive and I still in YouTube videos and such. It made me want to drop my camera in front of me. I've never done that before. I've been playing since I was 7 years old, but I was terrified of getting in front of an audience. And Todd Snyder just had so much fun, it made me want to do it too. So I always like to start with Todd Snyder songs, my kind of
Over here.
for getting me off my damn couch. 35 years too late, but at least I got out here. I'd like to play a song. It's the title cut. I'm trying to not play all the songs I played last time I was here. So this song is the title cut for my CD. It's called The Single Step. And sometimes I use cables, but I'm not going to.
All right.
Because I'm feeling crazy.
Say anything. Can you help me find an over?
Well, each and every morning before I get out of bed,
First of all,
I take a moment to pray. A string of peace and serenity in the coming day. Well, I don't know sometimes how I'm gonna make it.
oh, there we go. Oh, thanks, Saint Anthony. Yeah, having too many notebooks is a real problem when you're a writer and whatnot. Okay. Okay. No, not a new mailing list. Oh wait. On my journey into the vast infinity, with just a single step, we'll be on our way, making our own sweet destiny. With just a single step, just a single step, just a single step, we'll be on our way. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's a single step. Angie. And I don't think I played it publicly. Angie, can you stop it, please? Before I release a song, sometimes I submit it to reviewers and see what they think of it. And this one got really good reviews, and the guy said it would be, of course I'm paying him to give me a review, so what the hell's he going to say? It sucks, you know? Of course he's going to say it's good. But but he thought it would be a good wedding song, which I hadn't thought of, and so if you know anybody getting married, needs a wedding song, this is available. And I'll do the wedding, too, for a nominal fee. If it's a gay wedding, I'll do it for free. You know, y'all are getting on my nerves. Including Angie. Angie, girl. Shout out to me having an email list. I love that for me. Angie, girl, stop. Okay, we got a little bit of an email list. Ange, girl, you're gonna have to get kicked out for a second. Cause look. She stood in front of the garden, said she would be with her for all night, and it was good. It was gonna be good for all time. And when she smiled at him, all the world was right. And when she kissed his lips, their sweet love took flight, and everything was as it was at night. There she stood. There she stood. There she stood.
called There She Stood. Thanks. Thank you very much. There's a guitar solo on the recording. I didn't do it. That's my third song. I had a list, but I left it at home. But somebody left me a piece of paper, and I found a pencil on the back, so I recreated that list. Stuck it somewhere. Here it is, right here. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm a stoner folk artist. There are many kinds of folk artists. There's like, Save the World, the Save the Whales folk, Save the Wolves. And then there's like Human Justice, like Power to the People folk. And that's all great, but there's stoner folk, this nice niche for people like me who smoke way too much marijuana. And while I'm at it, I'd like to thank the state legislature of New Jersey for legalizing marijuana. Tom just keeps clapping. Everything I say, Tom claps. I like the way that man thinks. All right. Oh, I know what I was going to play next. And Tom, you'll tell me when to get off, all right? Otherwise, I'll just stay all damn night.
Okay, I gotta respond to this email. I'll do that later, though.
The song so that remember to plug a show I'm doing tomorrow night at the Belmar Art Center, not to be confused with the Princeton Art Center. That's Belmar, like by the water, not Belmar, which is somewhere that way. But the Belmar Art Center tomorrow we're doing it's the 50th anniversary of Jim Croce's death, and yeah, isn't that crazy? 50 years. And so we're doing this benefit concert for a school out in Trenton, and people are donating musical instruments. It's going to be a great day.
Oh, that's cool.
About 15 Jim Croce songs we're going to play. And I need practice on this one, so I'm going to do it for you tonight. And I got lucky. I got two of the best Jim Croce songs to play. This is one of them. It's called Don't Mess Around with Jim.
Okay.
I'm not going to remember how it goes. Uptown's got its hustlers. Bowery's got its bums. 42nd Street's got Big Jim Walker. He's a bullshooting son of a gun. Yeah, he's big and dumb as a man can come, but he's stronger than a country horse. And when the bad folks all get together at night, they all call Pigeon Boss just because.
Okay.
They say you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Well, I'm southbound became a country horse. Said I'm looking for a man named Jim. I am a bull shooting boy, I never will before. Down home they call me Slam. I'm looking for the king of 42nd Street. He's driving a drop-top Cadillac.
Well, I mean, what y'all want from me?
Tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with them.
Hey, stop. Okay. He said, I don't think my performances today. That's okay, though. There's some good performances. Oh yeah, so let me word that in the email. Like, by the way, you've been added to the list because you either purchased from me or signed it on my emails. And stop.
Oh, you don't tug on Superman's cape. Sing along. You don't spit into the wind.
Sure.
You don't spit around on the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. Thank you. I told you to sing along and then I sang the wrong words. Confused everybody. All right. Make time for a couple more. Good one? Perfect. I'd like to do a song that I did play last time I was here, the first evening of the night. And I got to tell the story because I played it here, and there was another band playing that night, and they were kind of hanging out in the back waiting because they were on after me. They're the Back Porch Jug Band. They're a great band. If you get a chance to see them, yeah, they're wonderful. And they heard me play this next song, and they liked it, and they recorded it. They put it on their album. Of all the songs in the world, they picked one of my songs. And as a songwriter, that's like the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And yeah, Gary Cohen, he was behind it and helped me record it and stuff. And it was pretty good. I'm really pleased with that. So I'd like to play that for you tonight, and it's called Hard Times Are Coming Through Now.
Hey, girl, can you relax? I like this music. Oh, jeez.
Times are coming to an end. Well, life has certainly knocked me down, but guess what, kid? I'm still around. Well, Satan said I couldn't, but you know he's a liar. I'm gonna set the world on fire. Hard times are coming to an end. You got some money, I got some weed. Between us, we got everything that we need. Hard times are coming to an end. Girl, even my love life is gonna get better. I know she's out there, I just haven't met her. Hard times are coming to an end. Hard times are coming. Hard times are coming, yeah. Hard times are coming to an end. Hard times are coming. Hard times are coming, yeah. Hard times are coming to an end. Hard times are coming. Hard times are coming, yeah. Hard times are coming to an end. Thank you very much. And if there's time for one more, if you've been feeling like singing along, this is a good time to do it. There's a part in the middle of this song where I say, the people go boom, 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 and you being the people at that point are free to go boom, boom, boom. The lyrics are easy to remember. Boom, boom, boom. You'll catch on. It's pretty easy. This is a song about having ADD called One Man Mosh Pit. And it's kind of the story of my life. I knew that wasn't right. It's going to be on television, right? Good. Just a one-man mosh pit slam dancing through the world. A bouncing bundle of emotions like a sack filled with 22 squirrels. Yeah, I'm a piece of an hippie from my house to the wall. Nothing wrong with my cheese at all. I'm just a one-man mosh pit and I'm slam dancing through my life. I'm just a one-man mosh pit, I'm slam dancing through the day. I'm on the head of a pin in a hurricane, dancing away. Well, the devil tries to stop me, but I keep on rocking till the clock strikes 12 with the ball. I'm just a one-man mosh pit and I'm slam dancing through it all. And I go boom, boom, boom for the people, and the people go boom, boom, boom. I go boom, boom, boom for the people, and the people go boom, boom, boom. Can I hear you go boom, boom, boom? never had any use for a gun or a switchblade knife. Well, I'm a peace loving hippie, but my back's to the wall. So one wrong move might change that all. I'm just a one man mosh pit, and I'm saying this to my life. And I go boom, boom, boom for the people, and the people go boom, boom, boom. I go boom, boom, boom for the people, and the people go boom, boom, boom. Then I hear you go boom, boom, boom. Everybody's going boom, 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 boom. Just a one man mosh pit, I'm slam dancing.
Shout out to the people following the page on Kick. I know I haven't been checking. Actually, all right, nobody's been in the chat. Cool. I'm trying to get back into the swing of this whole live stream thing. All right, I think I'm satisfied with the email. I have like a little disclaimer, like, look, just so you know, you got this email because either you was at a live event, you gave me your email, or you purchased from me, or whatever. All right, so let me send myself another test.
I may have one or two with me, but they're really hard to find. You can get them right online. All right, very good. Download all my music for free. That was the same website. Very good. And the website, once again, is Daniel Lee's L-E-Y.
Oh, Daniel Lee. That's how you say his last name.
Danielle, yes. If you remember Danielle, yes.
Oh, yes, Danielle, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely pleased to welcome for the very first time ever in the Cafe Improv, Whitney Davidson.
Thanks to all the volunteers for
Oh, this is in colors.
making this happen.
Where did these colors come from?
Impressive. And
Oh, what the fuck is this?
presenting, so I'm just going to dive right in and just with a bit of an advance warning that most of my songs are about existential dread, so won't be as upbeat as last performer. How's the guitar picking up? Is okay?
I'm like, why the fuck did that look like that? I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I'm just a little confuddled.
These times have got me feeling so alone. Is anybody out there? Can anybody see me? It seems no matter how far from home I go, I'm always on the outside, and I don't understand why. But I've been around enough to know that time makes the hours creep by and the years just fly. Every day I feel my life racing away. I'm not getting any younger. I have lost my heartbeat. Every day I feel like I'm fading away. How much longer can I take it? I don't think that I can fake it anymore. Sometimes I think that I could run away. I need someone to free me, but you won't even see me. I know that in my heart I'll find a way to stay. Dry the tears from my eyes, try to see the other side. 'Cause I've been around enough to know that time makes the hours creep by and the years just fly. Every day I feel my life racing away. I'm not getting any younger. Help me find the hunger to stay alive. Every day I feel like I'm fading away. Tell me that I'm gonna make it. Tell me I don't have to fake it anymore. These times have got me feeling so alone. Is anybody out there? Can anybody see me? This next song was a bit of a happy accident because I was sitting down to write another song, and this one came into my head instead. So it's called Maybe Someday.
I think I'm just gonna leave it like that.
My head to see the wreckage out in front of me. It's not exactly where I thought I'd be. Sticks and stones broke my weary bones. I've got no place to go home. Funny how I've never felt so free. Maybe someday I'll walk across the water.
Okay, there we go. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Maybe someday I'll leap into the fire. Maybe someday I'll fly off to the moon. Maybe one day, maybe someday soon.
This is a sweet song. Okay. I think the email is good.
Why we never made it in the end. You left me on a lonely road to wend. If your love is true, you let it go, it will come back to you again.
I probably should have did this a different day. It's okay. I'm glad you did that. Okay, whatever.
Someday I'll walk across the wire. Maybe someday I'll leap into the fire. Maybe someday I'll fly off to the moon. Maybe one day, maybe someday soon. Now I'm looking down to see my baby right in front of me. It's not exactly where I thought I'd be. We get to watch you grow and thrive. It's a miracle that you're alive at all. Makes me think that you were meant to be. Maybe someday you'll walk across the wire. Close your eyes and leap into the fire. Take my hand and we'll fly off to the moon. Maybe one For my next song, I'm going to play a cover. This is such a great song. It was written by Patty Griffin, and it was covered by the Dixie Chicks, so you might actually know it. It's called Top of the World.
I didn't realize I'm like all up in the screen right here. This little noodles.
Wish I was stronger.
Okay.
Jesus, the way my life does. I wish it had been easier.
Okay, well, yeah, so let me look at that email and see what the sender info is. I'm like, I would use a different email, but the fuck am I supposed to use? Can't use my business one.
There's a whole lot of singing that's never gonna be heard. Disappearing every day without so much as a word somehow. I think I broke the wings of that little songbird. She's never gonna fly to the top of the world right now.
It has like hallelujah vibes. Okay. Okay, so the initial newsletter is not really, it's not a newsletter, but it's my welcome email. That's done. So, I mean, I guess I could start my newsletter. What's today? Today's Monday. Normally, I would be doing a musical moment if it were Tuesday or Wednesday, but it's not. And I need to catch up on my work. So, all right, so let's create another email.
Disappearing every day without so much as a word somehow. I think I broke the wings of that little songbird. She's never gonna fly to the top of the world right now. Wish I'd have known you. Wish I'd have shown you all of the things I was on the inside. I pretend to be sleeping. You come in the morning to whisper goodbye. Go to work in the rain. I don't know why. Is everyone singing? We just wanna be with. Disappearing every day without so much as the words somehow.
Can I believe this?
Of that little songbird. She's never gonna fly to the top of the world right now. Top of the world. Oh,
I'm almost at 10.
to the top of the world, the top of the world, to the top of the world, to the top of the world.
You know what? Let me.
You may try.
Now they should have arrived, and we are in charge of the zone.
People often ask me for relationship or marital advice, so I'm going to give you some that dawned on me today.
Thanks to some peeps, even though it's not on tonight. I'm like, I believe it might be.
We got through another day. We made it back here, even though it will never be the same. Just remember, in that moment, we were golden. Weren't we golden? We were golden. My life has never been the same since I left that town. I let myself get lost in work, just try not to drown. Any bridges to the ground. What if I won't live that way? What if that's the price that I won't pay? 'Cause there's no reason or no rhyme for knowing when we're running out of time. Let your tears fall by the wayside. We got through another year. We finally made
I think what I want to do is I think I'm going to take a break. Damn, I've been on here for 3 hours. Crazy. I mean, most of it. I think 1 hour I was talking alone. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break. But we got a welcome email, and I will send it out. Not today, maybe like a few days, or something like that. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Well, actually, yeah, I'll send it out in a few days. Well, I'll map it out based on how long it takes me to get the newsletter out. Yeah, so I'll like space it out a little bit. It's like, here you go. You know. And then I think like, I don't know. I think I might. I don't know if the newsletter is going to be like an end of a month thing or the middle of a month type of situation. So yeah, but I'm gonna end this live stream today, this lifetime. Yeah, because I'm gonna take a break for a second and then I'll be back on here. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take me to put the newsletter together, but I think what I'm gonna do is make a template, something repeatable, so when people see it, they'll get the gist of, okay, this is, the monthly newsletter, and then put the sections and all of that stuff together. But
Dar Williams, Richard Adele, and Lucy Kaczynski.
But yeah,
It's called The Kid.
so we got a welcome email done today. And yeah, because I know there's quite a few things that I was supposed to do on Watch Me Work that I have not. um, so okay. Um, oh yeah. What time is that supposed to be? Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Empty big top, I'm all on the highway. Look, she's working.
Okay. All right. So we have that done. Well, we have the welcome letter done. It's cute. I like it. And we got some links on there so you know the people can shop. There's a discount. There's a discount for the new welcome letter. I'm excited about that. And we'll see if people want to shop. Some of the products that I have on the website, which is essentially the same products as I've had online. But yeah. So okay. I'm going to end this live stream right here. Oh wait, okay. So we gotta end on a good note, right? I'll do a quick little prayer. God bless, my audience. God bless my email list. God bless everybody that signs up to be a part of my email, who's purchased from me, who supports my music, who supports me from a distance. I'm grateful. May you be blessed. May you be divinely protected. May you be abundant. May everything that you are working towards align for you. May you, whatever hardships you might be going through, may you have the courage, the tenacity, the resilience to keep going through and not give up on yourself and giving up on your goal. May you stay focused. May you be blessed, clear in thought. May worries, anxieties, depressions, negative intentions be warded away from you and your mind. May you be clear. Um, uh, may everybody just be blessed. May you be blessed. And, you know, everyone, may my supporters be divinely protected and abundant and loved on and happy and successful. So it is, so it will be. Thank you for what has already been. Much love to you all. Um, I hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. I'll be back in a little bit. And yeah, I will see y'all then. Alrighty, y'all. Toodles. I guess. Well, I would usually say that to some individuals, but that energy's been revoked. But yeah, again, much love to you all, much abundance. And yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. So yeah, I'm just give me a second, please. Respectfully. Yeah, so okay. I'm being called upon. Pray for me, y'all. All right. Much love and abundance to you guys. I'll be back. Bye.